Hello friends, this is Ayush, and in this video we'll be discussing the quant section of CAT 2017 evening slot paper. This is the third part of the video where we'll be discussing questions from logarithm, functions and quadratic equations. So we'll have question number 16 to 21 in this video. Let's start with the same. Question number 16 is on the screen. Here it's given that if x is a real number such that log 5 base 3, so I'll just write down log 5 base 3 is equals to log 2 plus x base 5. So let's first talk about the left hand side value. If we are talking about it, we know that log 3 base 3 is equals to 1 and log 9 base 3, which is 3 square, is equals to 2. Since log 5 base 3 lies between log 3 base 3 and log 9 base 3, so log 5 base 3 should be less than 2 and should be greater than 1. So log 5 base 3 ka value should lie between 1 and 2. In case if this is the solution, then for the right hand side, the value should also lie between 1 and 2, right? So for log 2 plus x base 5 to be greater than 1, 2 plus x should be greater than 5 ki power 1, which is 5. So x should be greater than 3. Also for log 2 plus x base 5 to be less than 2, 2 plus x should be less than 5 square, which is 25. So x should be less than 23. On combining the two solutions, we'll have x should be greater than 3 and should be less than 23. So the range of values of x lies from 3 to 23. So the correct answer for question number 16th is option D. X is greater than 3 and is less than 23. Let's go ahead to the next question. Question number 17th is on the screen. Let's try to solve it out. Let fx equals to x square and gx equals to x 2 raised to the power x. Then we have to find the value of f of gx plus g of fx at x equals to 1, right? So what we need to find is f of g1 plus g of f1. Now putting the values here, f1 should be equals to 1 chi square, that is 1, and g1 should be equals to 2 raised to the power 1, that is 2. So putting the values, we'll have f of f and g1 is equals to 2, so this will be 2 plus g of f1 is 1, so this will be 1, right? Again, f2 according to the formula should be equals to 2 square, which is 4, and g1 according to the formula it's 2 to the power x equals to 2 again, right? So this should be equals to f of 4 plus 2, which is f of 6. According to the concept fx equals to x square, f6 should be equals to 6 square, which is 36, which is the correct answer. So for question number 17, the correct answer is option C, that is 36. Let's go ahead to the next question. Question number 18th is on the screen. Let's try to solve it out. The minimum possible value of the sum of the squares of the root. Okay, fine. So our equation is given to you as x square plus a plus 3 into x minus a plus 5 is equals to 0. Let us assume the two roots of the equation as alpha and beta. What they have asked us is the value of minimum possible value of alpha square plus beta square. So this alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta ka whole square minus 2 alpha beta. We need to minimize this value. Also from the equation, we know that sum of roots is alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a, which is equals to minus of a plus 3. And product of roots alpha beta equals to c upon a, which is minus of a plus 5. So putting the values, we'll have, this will be minus a plus 3 ka whole square minus 2 into minus a plus 5. So when I'll open the brackets, I'll have a square plus 6a plus 9 plus 2a plus 10, which will be a square plus 8a plus 19. Further, this can be written as a square plus 8a plus 16 plus 3, and these three terms a square plus 8a plus 16 is ultimately a plus 4 ka whole square plus 3. Now, since we know that any of the perfect square can obtain a minimum value of 0 only, because a perfect square can never be negative, and this value will be 0 at a equals to minus 4. So for the whole expression to be minimum, putting a equals to minus 4, we'll get the solution as 0 square plus 3, which is 3. Right? So the minimum possible value of the sum of the squares of the root of the equation is 3. Option C is the correct answer for question number 18. Let's go ahead to the next question. Question number 19th is on the screen. What is given to us as log 2 raised to the power a, 3 raised to the power b, and 5 raised to the power c is the arithmetic mean of these three log values. And arithmetic mean means log 2 power a into 3 power b into 5 power c should be equals to log 2 square 3 cube 5 power 1 plus log 2 power 6 3 power 1 5 power 7 plus log 2 power 1 3 square 5 power 4 divided by 3. In order to find the arithmetic mean, what we need to do is we need to add the three values and divide it by 3, right? So on solving, we'll have log 2 power a, 3 power b, 5 power c is equals to, okay, applying the property of log a plus log b equals to log a into b, we'll have this will be log 2 power 2 plus 2 power 6 and 2 power 1 adds up to 2 power 9, 3 power 3 plus 1 plus 2 adds up to 3 power 6, and this will be 1 plus 7 plus 4, it's 5 power 12 divided by 3, which further can be written as log of 2 cube 3 square 5 power 4 whole cube divided by 3. Now this 3 will come in front and will be equals to 3 log of 2 cube 3 square 5 power 4 upon 3. 3 se 3 will get cancelled out, and comparing the value with log 2 power a 3 power b and 5 power c, we'll get the value of a as 3. So for question number 19, the correct value of a is 3, which is the answer. Let's go ahead for the next question. So question number 20th is on the screen. Let's try to solve it out. F of AB equal to FA into FB is given to us for all the positive integers A and B. Right. So what they have given is FAB equals to FA into FB. They have asked us to find the largest possible value of F1. So for that, what we need to do is we'll put equal to be equal to 1. Right. So this will be F of 1 into 1 equals to F1 into F1. This will be F1 equals to F1 into F1. This F1 will get cancelled out with this F1, and finally we'll have F1 equals to 1. So the largest possible value for F1 will be 1, which is the correct answer for question number 20. Let's go ahead to the next question, question number 21. So it's again a question from functions. Fx ka value is given to us, gx ka value is given to us, and what they've asked is mod of fx plus gx is equals to mod of fx plus mod of gx. So for this condition to be true, the constraints that we have is both the functions fx and gx should be greater than equals to 0. Matlab both the functions should not be negative, they should be either 0 or positive. So putting the values, we'll have 2x minus 5 greater than equals to 0, or we'll have 2x greater than equals to 5, or x greater than equals to 5 by 2. Similarly, 7 minus 2x greater than equals to 0, 2x will be less than equals to 7, x will be less than equals to 7 by 2. On combining the two conditions, we'll have x should be greater than equals to 5 by 2 and should be less than equals to 7 by 2. So for question number 21, the correct answer is option D. X should be greater than equals to 5 by 2 and less than equals to 7 by 2. Right. So with this, we are done with all the questions from logarithm, functions, and quadratic equations. I hope all the questions must be clear to you. In case if you have any queries, you can post it on our Facebook page. Thank you for watching the video.